It is all out war this, because there have never been so many strong contenders, so many viable options in the sub 500cc sport category. More so with the advent of the made in India Aprilia RS 457, which is not only the most powerful motorcycle in this category, but also the most competitively priced at 4.10 lakhs. A motorcycle which has caught the attention of every manufacturer there is and has forced them to act. And this is Kawasaki's answer. This is the Kawasaki Ninja 500, which is launched at the same price as the Ninja 400 at 5.24 lakhs. And as you can imagine, is largely based on its younger sibling. So you have the same brakes, the same suspension, the same trellis frame, the same 14-litre tank. What sets it apart is, of course, this new front headlight. It's inspired from the ZX6R. I love it. Gives it a really aggressive look. And secondly, and more importantly, you have the new parallel twin engine, which is now up from 399 to 451cc. Now the interesting bit here is the fact that the power figure has stayed the same at 45 PS. It just comes in about 1000 RPMs earlier. And that's because Kawasaki's main intention behind this update is this. When was the last time you saw any of the smaller Ninjas power wheelie so effortlessly? And that's down to 42.6 Nm of torque that Kawasaki have managed to extract from this bump in the cubic capacity. That's about 5.6 Nm more compared to the Ninja 400, and it's made a world of difference. Because up until now, we have been so used to wringing the neck of this engine to get it going, because all the firepower has always been stacked up in the higher revs. But that's no longer the case with the Ninja 500, because it has a much stronger mid-range and a much wider power band, and that's literally transformed it because it's so much more engaging to ride and a whole lot quicker. I think the word that we're looking for is fun, and in that aspect this is more KTM than any of its predecessors. But now, if you're the serious type and fun is not your thing, there's also a pragmatic aspect to this gain as well. Because now when you're on the highway, you can easily ride in a gear or two higher with enough juice on tap for those quick overtakes. You also have far fewer gear changes because you have all of that torque. And the benefit of riding in the higher gears is that you have better fuel economy. So now you're easily looking at a range of about 300 to 320 kilometers from this 14-litre tank. And another benefit of riding in the higher gears is that it takes the sting out of the vibrations, which means the engine is easily capable of riding at 140 kilometers per hour all day long with minimum vibes. I just wish the seat had better padding for the longer hauls. And when it comes to the city, for the first time ever, you'll be able to ride the Ninja 500 and deal with the traffic in the third gear. Another thing which you will really like is the heat management. Now don't get me wrong, it does heat up to 104, 105 degrees Celsius, but you don't really feel that heat because of the way the fairing has been designed to take the heat away from you, which is fantastic. And also, as soon as you start rolling, the temperature drops fairly quickly. Which now brings us to my favorite part, which is corners. This is arguably the most fun I've had on a Ninja in corners, because the boosted torque band means that even if you're not having the engine boiling, if you enter a corner in a higher gear and get on the gas, it will still pounce out of it. Also in terms of ergonomics, though they are upright, they're still sporty enough. You have really good feedback from the grippy tires and the chassis, which allows you to come into the corners with confidence. And the best part that I like about the Ninja is just how light it feels. It's so easy to ride, really quick on its feet. I genuinely think this is a very good option as the first bike for new riders. For enthusiasts, there are a couple of problems. Starting off with the brakes, you have the Nissan 2-pot axial caliper, which is mated to the 310mm disc, which I feel don't provide enough stopping power, especially for this improved pace. Then you have the suspension. Though it is well tuned, it's fairly basic, and I feel the shock is under-damped. And then the surprising part is the engine, the gearbox, because it's not as slick and smooth as you expect it to be from a Kawasaki. And the throttle, just like on the ZX6R, at first touch is really sensitive, is really aggressive. And then when you bring the Aprilia into the equation, then the Ninja 500, without any electronics, without a TFT dash, without upside down forks, and the hefty premium that it commands because it's imported as a completely built unit, at least on paper it starts feeling like it's got a knife to this gunfight. But is that really the case? I cannot wait to find out, to pitch this against the Aprilia as well as the Yamaha R3. And I'm also quite curious to know who you think will come out on top in this epic battle. So let us know in the comment section, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, do hit the like button, share it, and of course subscribe. Until then, ciao.